Kronos takes the blame for a botched operation in tonight's movie at 9:30, Mission Impossible. Now though, destination Germany for the WRC.
This program is sponsored by 888.com, the world's online casino and poker room.
McRae, the 1995 world champion, is back. The Scot has sealed a one-off drive with Škoda at the Rally of Great Britain, and one thing you can guarantee is that whatever car he drives and wherever he goes, McRae always entertains. Hello and welcome to round 11 of the World Rally Championship. We're in Germany, and you may be wondering what all this is about. We've moved from gravel to tarmac, and over 3 days, Rally Deutschland runs across 3 very distinct areas. The twisty roads threading through the Mosel vineyards and the smooth, super-fast asphalt autobahns of the Saarland region. But the real challenge is this, the rough and bumpy concrete tracks of the Baumholder military range. This is where the German army tests its tanks and where the WRC tests its drivers, because the combination of different road surfaces and these huge concrete blocks which line the stages makes this a very treacherous event. The blocks are designed to quite literally stop a tank. And last year, Peter Solberg suffered a massive crash, hitting one at nearly 90 miles an hour. The rally organisers have made changes to improve safety, but the Hinkelsteins remain, and this rally is not to be underestimated.
Well, it's a lot of gravel, stones, sand, concrete, big ditches, very, very smooth tarmac. It's so many different type of things.
Championship leader Sébastien Loeb is the favourite to take victory here. He's won the event for the past 3 years. In fact, ever since it's been part of the WRC.
It was always a big fight, and it was never an easy rally to win. 3 years ago I was fighting with Richard Burns, 2 years ago with Marcus, and last year with François Duval.
But Marcus Grönholm in the Peugeot will be buoyed with confidence after winning the last round in Finland. He's 28 points behind Loeb in the title race, but the Finn has every reason to push, with Peter Solberg breathing down his neck. So Loeb is clear at the top, but with 60 points available from the 6 rallies remaining this year, the battle behind him is hotting up. We're in southwest Germany for this one, near the border with Luxembourg. It's based in Trier, with over 220 testing competitive miles to complete before we find a winner.
Well, I have Colin McRae with me here now, and I suppose, Colin, the question has to be why the comeback now and why the comeback in GB?
I think GB is one reason. It's the home event. It's an event that I've always enjoyed doing. I think it would be nice to try to give the whole sport a bit of a lift in the UK. There's obviously no one there at the moment, so that's one reason. I've been looking to come back for some time now and just trying to find the right opportunity to do it. I'm sure a lot of people argue that maybe to drive the Škoda is not the right thing to do, but it takes the pressure off me a bit. You know, the team are looking for an independent evaluation, if you like, in the car and where it could go. So there's no real pressure on to actually perform in terms of a result. I would love to get a better result than they've had so far this year, so that's the goal, and to do that and to have some enjoyment.
Well, as well as that, what can you achieve personally in the points? Where can you come?
Very, very difficult to say. I mean, if you look at the results I've had to date, you know, they aren't very good and they're really struggling. You know, if I can get in the points, that's already a bonus. Yeah, I'm hoping for more than that. But again, I'll need to wait until I've driven the car. It's almost 2 years now, so it's a long time to be out the driving seat.
Well, whatever you achieve, we're glad that you're back. Glad to have you around again. Coming up after the break, all the action from stage 1 of Rally of Germany. Welcome back to ITV's coverage of the Rally of Germany. We're in the vineyards above the Mosel River as the championship leader Sébastien Loeb prepares for stage 1. And whatever he has got on these roads, he should bottle it and make a fortune. He's the vintage crop in Germany.
28-point lead in the championship, and he has won 3 times on the trot here, John. This is the longest stage of the day, and it's repeated later on as stage 4. It's been a while since I've been on tarmac. Monte-Carlo 7 months ago, but Sébastien will be keen to take advantage of his road position. It was raining all day yesterday, and that'll make all the cuts wet, and that'll pull mud onto the road for the cars coming behind.
And here they are in these vineyards. It's an uncanny sight, but they'll be so close to some of them, they'll be able to reach out and grab a bunch almost as they drive past.
Lots of damp patches, very narrow, absolutely no room for error. Lots of tight junctions, handbrake required.
To Markko Grönholm, runner-up at the moment in the championship behind Loeb. I congratulated him, Robbie, after Finland. I said, great win, enjoy the holiday. He said, holiday, I've been out testing for the last 2 weeks.
Fresh from his win in Finland, but that was in gravel. Markko still to win a tarmac rally in his career. His best result here, second in 2003.
The road ahead of Markko Grönholm dry and wet after the dousing on Thursday night, but this is where the danger can lie, under the trees, Robbie, on the mud.
Markko's just getting a bit of oversteer, and you can see that mud dragging out from the cars coming behind. And look at his time compared to Loeb, a lot slower here, John.
This is a lackluster start from Markko Grönholm, 13.8 seconds slower than Sébastien Loeb on the opening stage. Where will Peter Solberg match with those 2 times? Now, he had a holiday after Finland because he was mentally shot, and a night out with Tommi Mäkinen and a week off, and he's a different character here.
John, normally a night out with Tommi Mäkinen means you're in a worse state. Solberg just spinning out here on the hairpin, one of many, but that's 5 seconds, kiss goodbye. Best result, 8th here in 2003. 30 points behind Sébastien Loeb at the moment in the championship, but only 2 points behind second. That belongs to Markko Grönholm at the moment.
1 right minus. And look at that clock, Robbie.
That's telling a story. Very slow here. Okay, that spin, but Peter's going to be very disappointed with this time. 35 seconds down.
And that is over a second a kilometre slower than Sébastien Loeb to Markko Märtin.
He's been close in winning here before, John, a couple of years ago.
100 flat left.
Oh, banged that gate, but just probably caught the bumper at the back. Should be okay.
Easy right, 44 plus left.
No discussion in the car about damage, Robbie. As we move on to Tony Gardemeister, who got through 300-odd miles of testing on tarmac before coming here to Germany.
Yeah, but it was all wet weather testing, and of course the conditions are dry here. Way, Tony Gardemeister, very wide here. He's in the grapevines. Whoa. Still kept his foot in second gear and got away with that one. Very lucky.
We went out on on these fine bushes what you have everywhere here in a wide fast place over the crest, because I don't have any grip now. I was choosing too soft tire for me. We was overheat tires and no grip.
Tony Gardemeister, Germany's fastest great picker. Now, who can match Sébastien Loeb? This man can, according to Malcolm Wilson in the Ford team, Francois Duval.
Second here last year in the Focus, tarmac is his preferred surface. Was dropped from the Citroën team earlier in the year, but Guy Frecklin, team boss, has said, go for it here, Francois.
And this is looking handsome.
Look at the clocks, very good time, plus 2 seconds, only marginally slower than his teammate.
Roman Cresta in the second of the two nominated Fords turns in the 4th fastest time on this stage, even though he cut a bit of the grass on the way through. And Subaru have nominated Stefan Zarazan, the French tarmac expert, for manufacturer's points. He turns in the 6th fastest time. That was the action from stage 1. Here's the leaderboard after 2, and it's a Citroën 1-2 with Loeb out in front by 3.3 seconds. Markko Grönholm trying to keep in touch in 3rd. Roman Cresta slips to 5th, and Peter Solberg out of sorts in 7th place.
Now, we were fully expecting most of the action to come around the tank training range tomorrow, but plenty happening already, and the roads around the wine region certainly have a bit of bite, and the first man tasting them is still championship leader Sébastien Loeb.
3.3 seconds in front of his teammate Duval, but they've already pulled 20 seconds on Markko Grönholm in 3rd place. Lots of these junctions just slotting that Citroën down through these narrow stages, and Markko Grönholm, bit of a kick through the dip here, but carrying very good speed. He's the highest place runner on Pirelli tyres at the moment. This is one of his strongest tarmac events. Look at his time compared to Loeb's here. Slower, but not by much.
Stage is clear for Markus.
Now, Peter Solberg, he's no lover of tarmac, and he'll just want to finish this rally and move on to GB as quickly as possible.
They really don't seem to have an answer to the Citroën's pace, but he'll be concerned that Markko Grönholm's in front of him.
Left of a crest, opens long, cut deep, curving in of a crest, 30, 6 right plus long, opens 60.
Now, Märtin, he's up to 4th, but already 3/4 of a minute off the blistering pace set by Loeb.
Normally his smooth driving style here, Angus, suits tarmac.
It's a 5-left long, camber line.
I've had to swap crash helmets with Michael Pat because they'd intercom problems in the previous stage. Oh, he's got it wide here.
He's got more problems, Rob. He's lost a tyre.
Clipped that bank. It looks like it's just a tyre that's come off the rim. Listen, yeah, you can hear the rim scraping on the tarmac. Lots of oversteer in the left-handers.
It's still there, and Märtin is having to work very, very hard to keep this Peugeot on the road.
Hairpin left, this will be interesting. Whoa, big sideways. You can see the tyres missing, very unusual. But Märtin gets to the end of the stage slowly. He'll drop at least 40 seconds, and that's definitely going to cost him a few places.
Francois Duval, really impressive over the first 2 stages. Just 3 seconds, remember, behind his teammate.
He counts this as his home event. Sven Smets on the pace notes. He used to co-drive for Freddie Loix. Down towards the end of the stage here, very high speed.
It's so narrow here, Robbie.
You just heard them change a pace note. Remember, they're going to do this stage later on this afternoon.
And he is quick. He is keeping up with Sébastien Loeb's time.
Flat out to the finish. This is going to be a great time.
I tell you, he might be quicker, Robbie.
6.5. He takes the lead of this rally.
Fantastic stage for Francois Duval. Now, Manfred Stoll in his Citroën Zara, going well. He's ahead of the 2 Škodas.
10th overall at the moment, but carrying throttle problems from the previous stage. But hang on, what's this? Roman Cresta's right behind him. He set off in this stage 2 minutes behind Stoll, and now he's catching them up. Absolutely nowhere to overtake, and he's catching his dust. These roads are so narrow.
That's how close they are. There's 50 metres between them.
Stoll, serious problems. Seems to have got some speed back again. Oh, he's off.
He forgot the corner.
Big off there from Manfred Stoll. Lucky that car didn't roll.
He is stuck there.
Yeah, and that's a lot steeper than it looks from the helicopter. that car's going nowhere fast, it's game over for Stoll. Let's take a look at it again from the onboard view. Up to this 90 right corner, throttle problems sent him flying down there, into the vines and out.
And so to Alex Bengay in one of the Škodas.
11th overall, just in front of his teammate Armin Swartz. Again, changing some pace notes for later on. There's Manfred Stolstad there, and Bengay's off as well.
Exactly the same corner. He hasn't gone as far down the hill, but he looks stuck. So François Duval is the new leader after 3 stages, 3 seconds ahead of Loeb. Grönholm is still 3rd. Solberg moves up to 4th, but Märtin drops to 8th.
I expected a Citroën to be leading, but I expected it to be yours.
Not every time, but at the moment it's close. Last year we were fighting with François for the victory here. I expected him to be very quick, to be in front of me. I don't like, but it's like this.
It's good morning.
Yes, it's good morning. Good position on the moment. Car is going well. Good choice of tires. Everything okay on the moment.
Can you keep the speed going that you need to stay ahead of Sébastien?
It's not the but. I prefer I stay on the road. If I finish second, it's really good.
Stages 4 and 5 brought fresh despair to some of the WRC's finest. There were a repeat of stages 1 and 2, and there were more casualties. Stefan Sarazan, the second nominated driver for Subaru, was lying 10th when he destroyed some well-established vines. An army of supporters eventually got him back on the road. Trouble too for Roman Cresta in the Ford. He dropped 40 seconds to the leaders with a spin on stage 4 into one of the many hay bales. By the end of stage 5, he dropped down to 5th. But the 2 stages saw Sébastien Loeb regain control and the lead of the rally. He won both and went past his Citroën teammates in the process to the top of the leaderboard. So after 5, Loeb and Duval make up the Citroën 1-2. Grönholm is now nearly a minute behind the Frenchman. Solberg in turn is a minute behind Grönholm. Gardemeister is up to 5th.
Stage 6, it's the last one of the day. Roughly translated, it means the beautiful countryside of the Mosel. Not that our rally leader Sébastien Loeb's had a chance to have a look at it. Such has been his pace today.
Very, very quick in these stages. The Citroën and especially the Michelin tyres working extremely well.
And Loeb under some scrutiny this weekend because his contract ends at the end of this year. He's going to have to move team, and people are looking at him and asking Robbie how he does it.
He does it by being blindingly quick, not making mistakes, and being ultra precise, John, and committed everywhere. Whoa, big action from Duval over that jump. He's 11.3 seconds behind his teammate Loeb at the moment. A very strong performance from him here. Again, Michelin tyres, they do seem to have an advantage over the Pirellis on this terrain.
And at this pace, there are lots of places in these vineyards where you can make mistakes. But Duval has stuck with Loeb all day. He's done really well.
Sur quitte gauche 30 corde, sur droite à fond pas corde, sur droite à fond pas corde, et 25 gauche 40 tenir pas extérieur, gauche 40 tenir pas.
And behind Duval in the no man's land that has been 3rd place today, Marcus Grönholm, better than everybody else, but still can't reach these Citroëns.
Not almost a minute behind the leader Sébastien Loeb, but he is confirmed as the first Pirelli shod car on this event.
Nonetheless, Robbie, the clock doesn't look good.
More time lost for Grönholm.
I cannot do anything to Citroën and Michelin for a moment. So they have their own rally, and then it's me, and then the others. At least you're leading the next rally then. Yeah, I'm happy for that. I'm leading something anyway.
And here's our leaderboard at the end of the opening day. The Citroën's pulling away from Markos Grönholm in third, but it's close between Solberg in fourth and Gali in 8th place. Tomorrow the challenge steps up again. We head off to the infamous military stages. All of that after the break.
Welcome back to day 2. Now, yesterday was pretty eventful, and that's before we've even reached the military range. Well, that's what we've got to look forward to today.
Day 2 also means that the running order for the top 15 drivers is reversed. That means the top boys will go later, leaving these roads in some state by the time they get to them with mud and stones over them. But let's have a look at Roman Cresta and some flashes of brilliance from this boy so far this weekend.
6th overall at the moment, only 6 seconds behind his teammate Tony Gardemeister, and he has been quick, John, but he's also made a few mistakes on this rally.
The guy sat next to him is making him feel better. That's Jan Tomanek. The last time he was with him was in New Zealand when they had that big off in shakedown.
To the right-hand side, the co-driver's door has come open, trying to close it at the moment. This is going to be interesting. That's a fair old slam. Cresta's done this event twice before, but he's failed to finish both of them. Cresta could do with a solid finish this weekend.
That door's open there again, Rob.
This will cost him some time.
Now to the frustrations of Petter Solberg, who despite a clean run yesterday and being happy with this Subaru, is fighting over 4th place.
Yeah, and he's got Tony Gardemeister breathing down his neck at the moment. He needs to really up the pace. It's been difficult. Petter's been driving clean, but the package doesn't seem to have the performance, certainly not to match the Citroëns or even Markos Grönholm in 3rd place.
Big bump, 18. Half, 1 right plus, tighten.
Petter just knocking it down a gear.
Don't cut, 1 left minus.
Trying to keep good drive out these tight junctions.
Some of these junctions he's got to find cuts, and he's got to find seconds or two to get away from Gardemeister. On to Francois Duval, who I'm told is driving on a rally-by-rally contract, Robbie. If he does well here, he gets the drive for the next one, and he has so far.
Lots of that loose mud and gravel being pulled out by the cars in front. You can see it, John. Very difficult. Whoa! Oversteering, he's in the bushes. Gets back onto the road, but luckily there was nothing solid to hit in there. Attention, Francois. 11.7 seconds behind his teammate, but that will have cost him a good handful of seconds.
And Francois Duval taking a deep breath after a very nervous moment.
Yeah, almost all went all wrong there for Francois, and this is his strongest performance so far this year.
And last onto this stage, the championship leader, the rally leader, Sébastien Loeb. What is he going to find?
Well, he's lucky it's not raining, because that would make it a lot slippier on these cuts. Sébastien Loeb in control. He won 5 out of 6 stages yesterday, and the only one he didn't win, Francois Duval, won that.
Well, you're right about the weather, Robbie, and the conditions there. Almost dust as he went round that left hand. Big cut there too.
Yeah, a bit of a lock up there. Just got it slightly wrong, the braking.
God, look at that reaction.
Yeah, missed the hairpin right, but quick on the handbrake. Lost virtually no time there at all.
A good start, but also a little spin in the hairpin at the moment. But I think Duval had made a mistake. I think I see some marks on the road. I'm not sure, but okay, I drive safely. After that, it was immediately first hairpin I spin, and then I drive safely, and it's okay.
It was okay. It was more than okay, Sébastien, because he won the stage and, despite the spin, has more than doubled his lead over Francois Duval. And just 19 seconds separates 4th and 8th places. But this doesn't look healthy. That's a Subaru, and that's Petter Solberg underneath it. And this, Robbie, looks like the road section.
Absolutely. Road section between stage 7 and 8. Petter trying to get to the gearbox.
Disconnect the red one and then do what?
Not looking healthy.
Petter, what's wrong?
No drive, no gear.
Have you fixed it?
Just so I can come a little bit further anyway. 1 gear.
And so to stage 8, Panzerplatte. The drivers delighted the rain, which makes this stage so treacherous, has held off. But not much help for Armin Schwarz in the Škoda. The German, who's just announced he's retiring at the end of the year, is the first to come a cropper. Now vacating his Škoda seat may open a permanent way back for Colin McRae, but there's no way back for Schwarz, though, who retires at the next service. For Roman Cresta, lying in 6th in the Ford, weaving a path through the Hinkelsteins, is the next victim.
The Wasserhorizont. The Wasserhorizont, stop.
He slip-slides his way off the recommended route, losing over a minute. And that's nothing compared to Tony Gardemeister. An electrical fault in the Ford costs him 21 minutes. The trouble he had on the road section means Petter Solberg only had 3rd gear on his Subaru. It ends up costing him another 2 minutes to add to the 1.5-minute time penalty already incurred for starting the stage late.
Opens 50.
And all those problems play into the hands of Markko Märtin, who jumps up to 4th and manages the difficult changes in surface comfortably.
200. Easy left long.
But he's still well behind the podium place drivers. The top 3 stay the same ahead of Märtin. Galli is now up to 5th, Sola 6th, but Solberg has dropped out of the points, down to 12th. There's plenty more motorsport action coming your way here on ITV, because next weekend we're in Monza for the Italian Grand Prix. The Ferraris are going home, and by this stage last year, Michael Schumacher had already clinched his 7th world title. But Turkey last weekend showed us it's an Alonso Raikkonen battle this time round, and the head-to-head continues in Monza next weekend, live on ITV1.
Stage 9, and the form book is being torn up at Ford by this man, Danny Sola. He's been hoovering up the miles, and he's watched the nominated drivers at his team just sink down the leaderboard.
6th overall, 5th fastest in the previous stage, and it's been Mexico 5 months ago since they last competed in a Focus. But John just overshot this junction on the handbrake.
Evasive action from the Spaniard.
4 or 5 seconds, kiss goodbye. But it's a strong performance from him on these stages.
And here's the guys trying to catch Gigi Galli, the best placed of the Mitsubishis, in 5th and going confidently.
20 seconds behind Markko Märtin in 4th, and 20 in front of Sola, maybe a bit more now that Sola's had that spin. But whoa, what's going on here? Hit the handbrake. Lucky there's no Hinkelsteins on the outside. I think that was why the no-no came in. Back on the road, 10 seconds, kiss goodbye.
It's up there somewhere, there it is.
Okay, so more mistakes. It's a difficult place, this bomb holder. Lots of surface changes, lots of cuts, lots of gravel, and lots of things to hit and outside the corners.
80, 6 minus left fast over crest.
And a relaxed atmosphere inside the car of Markko Märtin, who was lucked in this morning when the 2 Fords and Petter Solberg all locked out. He's gone from 7th to 4th.
1.5 minutes behind his teammate Grönholm, but 20 seconds in front of Gigi Galli, and that could have been increased with Galli's off.
80, 6 left crest.
Hang on, now there's someone I recognise.
Yep, that's Colin McRae doing a bit of surveillance before the next event, Rally GB, where he's confirmed #1 Škoda driver. Be good to see him back out there.
Will he be able to challenge Marcus Grönholm? Well, Marcus Grönholm, if he'll be able to challenge the Citroëns here, Robbie, you've got to admire him. He's seen them drive away from him, but he has still given his all.
Extremely quick in the previous stage, but he'll be finding it frustrating to not challenge the Citroëns. Can't seem to get on their pace, but he's the quickest of the others.
McRae promises he'll give him a run when he gets to Great Britain in 3 weeks' time.
Yeah, I think that's a bit of a high expectation. Colin probably looking more for a top 6 rather than to challenge Marcus Grönholm, but it would be nice.
to Francois Duval in second place. He had the chance to challenge Sébastien Loeb. He fought with him so far this weekend, but now... Did he mean to do that, Robbie?
Yeah, you can see the mud and gravel being pulled out, just getting a bit of sideways action. Not the fastest way, but it does happen.
I was going to say, Guy Freckland has said you must finish, and so must Sébastien Loeb. The dogs have been called off to a certain extent. Is he going to finish the stage ahead of Grönholm?
They're in a perfect position at the moment. Loeb leading and Duval second. Okay, slightly slower than Grönholm, but still a very good time.
To Sébastien Loeb, and after the little chat from team manager Guy Freckland saying make sure you both finish, boys, I think Loeb is feeling a little more relaxed.
Almost 30-second advantage over Duval. Really doesn't have to take any risk, but this is a dangerous place. You can see that very abrasive surface there at the moment, but it can change every corner and every junction. They're just lucky it stayed dry today, because normally it's carnage in these stages when it's wet.
Yeah, the character of this place last year, as Peter Solberg discovered, was a lot more dangerous.
But Loeb driving it clean and precise as normal.
And the leaderboard after 9 stages reflecting the Citroën dominance. The 1 to 7, as you can see, stays the same, but Harry Rovanperä creeps into the top 8. Little to tell you about from stages 10 and 11, although 10 was won by Francois Duval, bagging his second stage win of the weekend and taking 6 seconds from Sébastien Loeb. So here then is the leaderboard after stage 11. That was won by Loeb, nicking a bit of time back off Duval, but look at Marcus Grönholm hovering in third place, and just outside the points places, Peter Solberg.
Well, stage 12 is a repeat of stage 7, the first stage of the day, and Gigi Galli was third fastest here this morning.
Good performance by him, 6th overall at the moment, 7 seconds behind Danny Sola, but it's a huge moment for Galli. Spins down the road, lucky boy. He's used up one of his 9 lives. Well, he's used up several of those lives today.
Spun on 9, spun again here on 12. And Markko Märtin has benefited from everyone else's misfortune today, and he's still looking very comfortable in 4th.
Stayed out of trouble, has big margins in front of him and behind, so a bit in no man's land.
All right.
Be important to try and pick up Peugeot some more manufacturer points.
Right long.
Yes, and teammate Marcus Grönholm hasn't seen his pulse miss a beat today. He's been in cruise control in another race of his own.
Yeah, very strong performance by him. Look at these corners though. The second time over, a lot slippier, and look how narrow it is. Easy to make a mistake. I really can't believe how Gigi Galli got away with that moment.
He missed the trees, he missed the park benches on the side of these roads.
Marcus Grönholm hard on the throttle out these tight junctions.
Well, Francois Duval had the fire extinguishers out after this stage this morning, but he won't be pushing that hard now.
He has won a stage today and also the one yesterday, but Sébastien Loeb's the man. Duval pushing hard though.
But not so hard that it should worry Sébastien Loeb. His job in the lead is that much easier. A slight scare on the first hairpin of the day, but since then, perfection. So at the end of day 2, it's Citroën 1-2 and Peugeot 3-4. Just a couple of seconds between Cresta and Galli in 5th and 6th.
I have tomorrow to continue to stay focused on the stages and not to think to something else, and keep the concentration until the end, because it will be again fast stages, gravel in some places, and we have to be careful. It's tricky in some places.
So a hugely eventful day ends just as it began, with Sébastien Loeb in control. The climax of Rally Germany comes next. Welcome back to the final day of Rally Germany. The morning started with stage 14 and Peter Solberg was immediately into the action, spinning just 300 yards into the stage.
Into the field then, maybe.
He had trouble getting going again, but it showed how hard he was trying to get back into the points.
Okay.
And while the top four seem pretty settled, there's little to separate Cresta and Galli in 5th and 6th, and Sarrazin, Sola and Solberg for the minor placings.
Another battle that's been raging all weekend's that the Junior World Rally Championship, and we've got two Brits in there, Guy Wilkes and Chris Meek. Second place belongs to this man, Chris Meek. We'll see more of him in Rally GB, where he'll drive a privately entered Subaru WRC car.
It's going to be a good opportunity for me, and you know, some good experience, but I've never driven a WRC car before competitively, so it'll be a bit of a step into the unknown, but it should be good fun.
Back to the main event, stage 15. Flags like that have been gathering more and more over the weekend, but let's concentrate on the battle for the lower places for the time being, and this guy, Danny Sola, is right in there.
8th overall at the moment, Peter Solberg on his case, and he's off here. Solberg was only 6 seconds behind him, but this is going to cost him big time. Gigi Galli, 6th place, he's only 3 points. Cresta in 5th, piling the pressure on John. Has been making a few mistakes this event. Can he keep it clean and close that gap? Oh, running wide there. Every inch of the road.
Here's the other guy in the battle over 5th place, Roman Cresta. One slip by Galli on stage 14 gave this guy just a little bit of breathing space.
Yeah, but it's only 3.6 seconds. He's slower here. Oh, that makes it only 0.4 between them. Cresta still in front though.
Roll on stage 16, back to Märtin. No threat to Cresta, and really not allowed to threaten Markos Grönholm either.
A solid 4th place at the moment. There's a car up ahead though.
Can you ask Ford to get Sola out the way, please?
Okay, Sola's off. That's cost him at least 8 minutes, John.
Well, we saw Sola slip off. He must have dropped right the way down, and there he is, straight in front of Märtin.
Okay, this will definitely have promoted Peter Solberg to 8th place. It's costing Markko time, but luckily he's getting big gaps in front and behind.
4 minus left slow.
Now, what's the protocol here? Because I'll guarantee you Sola's not looking in his mirrors, is he?
Shove him out of the way, that's what I would do.
Ford to get Sola out the way, please, to right here.
Another appeal from Michael Park, the co-driver.
Okay, down the inside here, Markko. Whoa!
Oh!
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Luckily he gets through. Difficult situation there, but Sola probably didn't see him in his mirrors. Sola just pulling up behind him. Serious time loss for him though.
Driving gloves off, boxing gloves on.
Sorry, I didn't see you. There was a problem on the...
Okay, apologies. They'll be accepted.
And all of that is of no worry or consequence to this fella, Sébastien Loeb, a comfortable rally leader.
Won the first stage of the day and is looking invincible.
I think I never drove so slowly from my life. It's incredible. We just brake, turn, push, brake, turn, and waiting. We don't drive at the start, but I think François slowed down a lot because at the start my engine stopped on the starting line, and so he saw that he was faster than me, and then he slowed down, and after that I catch him. But
it's a gentle Sunday morning drive.
Yes, just to look a bit. The country, it's very nice.
And there is some of the country. And this is the leaderboard after stage 16. The top 3 needing no explanation, but Gigi Galli in 6th, getting ready for the push that will take him past Cresta and into 5th place. A brief break from the action now, and you may recall our Lucozade Energy competition where we were giving you the chance to actually drive in the Rally of Australia. Well, we caught up with the 5 finalists after the Rally of Finland to see which one would be entering the rally in Perth in November.
The finalists headed to Rally Centre Finland for some expert tuition from Finnish rally driver ace Jaakko Märtin, and also the man who's going to be with him in the hot seat in Australia, Howard
Don't try and do everything fast. It's nice, smooth. Okay, go on, go on.
So Howard, 106,000 entries, down to 5. Rally Australia, what are you looking from these guys?
What we're looking for is we need someone who's safe, we need someone who's going to finish, we need someone who's presentable, we need a good all-round package, and there must be one of them here.
Oh. Bring it in, wind the rock on the exit, remember? Oh yeah, that one, you got it.
Yes, you can try the left foot. Keep the power and then go on the brake. Good, very good.
Now build it up, build it up, build it. Brake leg, go on, now brake hard. Go on, you're on telly, remember? Right, 1, 2, that's it. Now remember, whoops, get it tucked in here, otherwise we'll be bloody logging.
With the tuition and familiarisation over, it was time to step it up to a competitive environment.
Right, now next we're going to do a timed run. This is going to put you under a little bit of pressure, but it's not the be-all and end-all. If you drove, every one of you, as you drove on the last lap with me, you will do exceptionally well, and it'll all be very, very tight on timing, and it'll make our job very, very difficult.
When the flag dropped, the pressure was firmly on. Some unusual lines were taken.
And forward.
But the winner has to complete 4 qualifying rallies to achieve his international licence to go to Australia. And we weren't just looking for speed, but someone who has the ability to get the car to the finish.
Go, good. And stop.
Okay, this is it. It's short and sharp. I've got to try and remember who's won it. This is going to Australia. This is a big thing. WRC with Lucasade. Which one was it? James, you're going to Oz.
James, well done,
You're a star driver.
Cheers, Robbie. We'll see you in Australia.
Thank you very much. Yeah, will do. Unbelievable.
16 down, 3 to go, and well, what a poor weekend it's been for Petter Solberg. After the gearbox gave up the ghost on Saturday morning, it's been costly, and the sparkle's gone out of his weekend.
Been a bit of a disaster for Subaru, but there could be team orders come into play. Sarazan's just in front of him, and 2 points could come in useful at the end of this championship.
Short 6 right at 100. Keep right of an extra long crest, 15. 5 left.
Still plenty here for Petter Solberg to look out for. But it's all different in the Mitsubishi team, because Gigi Galli here is heading for his best result ever in the World Rally Championship.
He's in 6th place at the moment, but he's only 0.6 of a second behind Roman Cresta. He'll be on a big push through here. Remember the gap, 0.6 of a second. Down into the tight right, handbrake, on the throttle.
Lots of effort from Gigi, but this is crucial. The end of the stage comes here.
Faster by 5.4, and he gets 5th place.
Molto bene, well done Gigi. Now Markko Märtin and that little incident with Danny Sola is history, so Markko can continue his cruise to the finish.
And that'll continue Johnny's 100% finishing record this season, and every one of those finishes in the points. Had that scare when he lost the tyre earlier on Friday, but other than that, no dramas. Stayed out of trouble and a clean run.
And really, ever since Friday, Marcus Grönholm has been out of sight as well. But in the Battle of the Brands, Robbie, in the Manufacturers' Championship, Peugeot have come out of his second best. To Marcus Grönholm in a rally all on his own in 3rd place.
No fastest times this weekend from the Finn, which is very unusual, but he's the fastest driver on Pirelli tyres, and that's significant. No mistakes and a podium finish. He will be pleased with it, but he'll be disappointed that he wasn't faster.
Disappointed too, I think, that he didn't hose down with rain all weekend, because he had some special rain tyres hidden away at the back there and never got to use them.
Yeah, that would have made it a much more level playing field for everybody, but that's the way it goes.
Stage 17 was won by Gigi Galli, but here's the leaderboard after 18. Petter Solberg getting 7th place off Stefan Sarazan, but the battle between Cresta and Galli might not be over yet. To the final stage then, and one man just one stage away from another comprehensive victory. A guy who's been in his element and with his team at its best as well, and the statistics reveal his domination of Rally Germany. 15 stage wins for Citroën out of 18 so far, and 13 have gone to Sébastien Loeb.
140 long tard sur frein pour 70 mètres, droite 120 moins de corde.
And as this weekend has gone on, so the fans who have waited for him on the stage corners have doubled and doubled again. He's been backed up since Friday night by his teammate François Duval in his best performance this year. The end of Rally Germany is just one hairpin away. That's it. It's all over, and this little part of Germany is French once again. And there's our result. It's the two Citroëns, then the two Peugeots. Fifth is Garly's best ever WRC result, and Solberg nicks 2 points for 7th place, beating teammate Sarrazin into 8th. The crowd here want more. How many wins can you give them in 2005?
Difficult to say. Now we have 8, so I can try to do what Solberg wanted to do. It's top 10, so I will try to do it.
Yet more celebrations at Citroën. It's been a near flawless weekend for them, Robbie.
Yeah, and that's Sébastien Loeb, 8 wins from 11 starts. They really have been dominant again this weekend. The Citroën package working extremely well, Angus.
So why have they been so dominant?
Well, you've got to look at the rubber that they're on. Michelin have been very, very strong here, and Pirelli are going to have to play catch-up, that's for certain.
So, in a way, congratulations to Markko's Grönholm for doing quite so well.
Absolutely, a very strong result from him. He'll be disappointed not to challenge the Citroëns, but he'll be happy to take 6 points away from this event.
Okay, Robbie, thanks very much indeed. When you look at the championship standings, you see quite how dominant Sébastien Loeb is. He's now 3 wins clear of his nearest rivals with 5 rallies to go. Grönholm, Solberg and Märtin are just trailing in his wake. And the Citroën 1-2 means they now lead the manufacturer's race. Peugeot's 3-4 keeps them in place. And in the JWRC, Danny Sordo's win means he leads with Guy Wilkes. Chris Meek is 4th. Well, that's it from Germany. We're going home in 3 weeks' time for the Rally of GB. Join us for that if you can. But look out for a special programme the weekend before when we profile the comeback of Colin McRae. That's all to look forward to. But from everyone here in Germany, it's goodbye.